So we just moved into the house, or just bought the house in. I bought the house in. I'm frazzled.
Well, yes, you spilled half your Pepsi all over the carpet.
I know, and we had to get the spot cleaner out. So this resulted in either Liv or I literally driving home from each other's house at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. She's learnt that much shit about plants in the back of a hatchback Mazda 3.
I still don't believe it.
We did.
Yeah.
On
You'd
a
be
mattress.
surprised, it's actually...
On a mattress. Welcome back to the Ear Motel, episode 70. And as you can see, we have the one and only Olivia Van Gaans on the show. Took us 70 episodes to get my partner to come on the episode. You just didn't want to come on?
I don't know.
Nervous,
shy, yeah.
Now, obviously, this is your first podcast, but yes, Zack, well, it's his podcast, so...
Oh, and yours.
Well, yeah,
Co-host.
but I think we all thought eventually you'd come on.
Eventually, I was hoping so.
Yeah, probably.
I thought it was funny before when you like come and sat down. And you're like, I've like never been in this room before.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless I'm vacuuming.
It's not keeps it in a good nick. She does well. I sometimes vacuum too.
I've cleaned it a few times when the streamers or something, or the presents.
Yeah, that's true. I love those episodes.
Yeah, they were good.
So obviously, no one probably really knows much about my partner Olivia because I bring her up a few times on the show here and there. But I just wanted to things people probably obviously don't know about Olivia is that she is one of 5 of children.
Yes.
Now
that's a big family.
That is a big family. Can you sort of go into tell us about like your upbringing in terms of was it challenging, like sort of being in a family with 5 children? Like there were 7 in your family.
Yes. Oh, yes and no. I think I kind of just it was natural to me, so I didn't really know anything different. It was probably more 4 for a while because Ethan. I have a little brother called Ethan, so it gets confusing.
Not me.
Yeah,
that'd be a bit weird.
But the thing is, he is quite tall. He's already, I think, at least my height now, and he's like 12 or 13.
13 now. Yes,
Oh, yeah. He'll be tall.
But he's 10 years younger than me and 16 years younger than the oldest. So he wasn't really around for a while. So it was more 4 of us.
Was ever Ethan and Monet, your oldest, living together in the same house?
Yeah, because she was 16 when he was born. Yeah. But she got mistaken a lot of the time to like be his mom. And so people in public would give her really dirty looks and stuff. And so it was a bit, poor Monet. Yeah, it was hard.
The first time I knew that her sister's name was Monet, I first went in and said, "Oh, Tuna Monet."
Oh no! How do you spell it?
Monet. It's like because Mum's into art.
French?
Claude Monet's last name. You know the artist Claude Monet?
I do not know.
We're not big into artists, whereas that's one of Liv's big things in her life.
They did like the famous painting of like the bridge with like the water lilies. You would know if you saw it.
Okay.
Very famous painting. Yeah.
So mostly 4 when you're growing up.
Yeah.
That's obviously plus the parents. That's 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's obviously not a 5-seated car.
No.
So you're gonna have to get a big car then.
We had a big white van, and we used to call it the pedo van.
Did you hand out free candy or
No.
No.
No. And it had a big black bumper bar at the front of it.
So it was a van.
Yeah.
I'm looking to get a van.
A Toyota.
Yeah.
Like
Toyota.
Yeah.
I think
An old one.
it wasn't a Hiace.
It wasn't?
No, I remember you saying it was some different other
Like
model.
if I look at it now, you're like, oh, that's ugly.
I feel like that's all old cars now though.
True.
Not real old cars, they're cool, but there's that era that's just
no good.
not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the 90s? I don't know that.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, no good.
Not good.
That was probably our car. 90s, 2000s.
Was there many fights growing up as a big family like that? Because I remember getting in that many fights with this guy.
Wasn't there a bit with your brother, with Damo?
So, it was more like in 2. So it was Monet and Jess together, and then it was Damien and I.
That fight or team up?
Fight.
Fight.
Because like I'm 5 years
But then
young,
again, you
6
would
years
team
younger
up?
than them.
A little bit? Or not really?
Nah, not really.
Oh, because I thought Monet and Jess would team up.
Oh, they'd probably team up on me, but not so much Damo.
Yeah, right.
But no, it was more those 2 and then us 2. And we got into some big fights, like pulling hair.
Oh,
There was a time where Damo was like
you
really
like throwing
bratty,
shoes
and he
and
used
stuff.
to every day I would walk down the long hallway to go to school, and he threw his shoe at the back of my head. Yeah, he
It's
was
so
bad.
It was so funny because like the first time I met Damo, I thought he was like just the most shyest kid ever. But like the more you know him, the more he like comes out of his like he's got a lot more of a personality than you would think.
so you have two older sisters?
2 older sisters, 2 younger brothers.
Two
So
younger
I'm the
brothers.
middle child.
The middle
Middle child.
Yeah.
How's that?
Awful.
Yeah. Is the stereotypes correct of like how they're just
Treated.
Yeah.
or left out
Or left-
Left
or
out.
forgotten?
Yeah, literally. Mum's admitted that
Yeah.
a few times she forgot I was there.
Damn.
Me. Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
That's not good.
I was very
It is what
quiet
it
though
is.
as well. So
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
it's all right.
What sort of, I don't even really feel like we've talked about this much, but your primary school, what happened in primary school with you? Because I know about like, no,
What
like,
do you mean? What happened?
where did you go? I forget.
At St. Aloysius.
You went to St. Aloysius.
Yes.
Is that the same one where Ethan went?
Yeah.
And that's a pretty small primary school,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's only maybe 200 students.
That's
Maybe.
not that small.
If it looks like a small school.
Yeah, it looks small. I think, well, they only really have like maybe 2 classes each grade.
Mm.
But my year was very small. There was like 20 grade 6s. It was
Yeah.
quite small.
Mm. Was there anything that sort of stood out to you in primary school, like events or anything that sort of happened?
Not really. I didn't like primary school. Hated it. I got bullied a lot. So wasn't, I don't know.
That's not ideal.
No.
But are you a real Australian if you don't at least once get bullied? You know?
Oh, I think everyone
Everyone
bullied.
bullied here and there,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah, I was that weird tall kid.
That was
was me, the weird the tall girl though. It was
See, the thing was as well, I was tall in primary school.
you
I was one
were.
of the tallest, and then got to high school, and then just same height.
I was the same.
Yeah.
Same happened to me.
Stop growing.
I peaked early.
Yeah.
Peaked real early.
On looks as well.
Oh no, that's continued. Kidding, obviously, Jesus. But then obviously you went to high school and you went to an all girls school. What? Tell us sort of how that is, because we went to Ballarat High,
Which is
co-ed,
co-ed.
and I don't know. Well, that to us that felt normal. Like being in an all girls school, is that like super bitchy or like?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people think it's a lot more bitchy than what it really is.
Yeah.
Like you do, like everyone goes through that like year 9 stage where there's a bit of bitchiness, but I don't know. I loved it. Like I think for me, like if I went to a co-ed school, I would have been distracted too much and like I wouldn't have been
Maybe
able
we
to.
were. Maybe I was a little bit.
You worked hard in the books.
Well, not really.
I remember you like studying,
Bro, you
at
must
the-
have been wrong.
at the kitchen table. At the kitchen table.
Hardly, no.
remember it.
I wasn't massively into the studies, but
Were you big?
are you
in
sure
the
that
books, or-
wasn't? Is you sure that wasn't when I was at uni? Because even then I wasn't really.
I don't know. Were you
But-
big in the books or?
I didn't like it, but my parents are very strict, so
Yeah.
I had to be.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get home, straight into studying.
Now, were you had any of the COVID during high school, or you finished?
No, finished. I
You'd
had
finished.
it in uni.
Yeah, right.
What year did you graduate?
2018.
So I was
Yeah,
2016. Liv is
And I was 2020.
there you go,
Yeah.
222. Yeah, so Liv is 2 years younger than me.
Mhm.
You were born in March, so I won't give everything out. I was trying to think exactly, like, is it 1.5 or is it 2? It must be about 1 and a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's how it works, but that's whatever.
Was there any standout memories from high school? There's got to be.
Like, yeah, anything to do with either swimming sports or athletics or.
Oh, things like that. We had
Or you were into art, sorry.
yeah. Well, I did
Or
lots
music
of
stuff?
musicals. Like we did St. Pat's and Loretto like joined together and do like co-ed musicals. So that was good. And then we used to do like Loretto loved doing weird fun days, like dress up days all the time. And we did like GB Day and
A what?
What?
GB Day. It's
What's
like
that?
Gonzaga Barry. That's like a
What's that?
saint or whatever. That.
Lost.
We're public school boys.
Yeah, we don't.
As you
no.
have like saints, there's actually a graveyard at Loretto too
Really?
of Mary Ward. She like started Loretto and she's buried at
Really?
Loretto.
That's
Yeah.
sort of creepy and weird.
Is there some ritual stuff that goes on
You
there?
know where
or-
to go in there. It's like kind of private. It's just kind of more like a celebration, but like those days were just fun. Like we had stalls, and then we had like the one house group decide to do the haunted house. So, because the building is so old, they used to have dorms, and they're at like the third story.
Yeah, the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's allowed in there. So when it's Gonzaga Barry Day, we like give $1 and you go up there and like they put like, it's actually really dodgy. It's like scary. And
What?
like
They turn
the
it into a
floorboards
haunted
are not
house.
proper, and yeah, they turn it into a haunted house. And they have like a fake chainsaw, and
Oh.
it's
That
like
sounds
pitch,
cool.
Yeah, that
pitch
does
black,
sound
and
cool.
it's got like things like
Have you ever been in there?
drapes.
I've never been into the Loretto grounds.
I've been in there once for a wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
oh,
it
yeah.
was
That
sick. It looked like Hogwarts at a
Yeah, right.
like
Liv said she likes the Loretto Chapel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where the wedding would have been. It's
Yeah,
quite
it
pretty
was.
with the blue walls, the roof.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Yeah, you said it looks really nice. Is
Is it-
that where they did? Did you have like? Do you call them masses or?
No, it's way too small. So
Oh,
our masses were in the gym.
oh, okay. Did you ever go in there?
Yeah,
Actually?
I
What
did.
for?
Like in year 11 and 12, I did singing. Like that was my religion.
Yeah.
So you have to pick like your.
Singing was your religion.
Yeah, so I
yes.
sang at masses. Like at
Oh,
church
okay.
and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So I had to do that when we had. I don't know if we had some random. I don't know what it was for. Some random people would come to the chapel and we would just sing in the choir.
Sorry, don't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking when I opened that Pepsi, I'm like, imagine if every time people watch our show and like, you should open a Pepsi when we do, and
Crack
drink
a Pepsi with us.
Yeah, crack a Pepsi with.
Are you a big Pepsi fan or?
No,
No.
I'm a lemonade girl.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't
What
mind.
are you doing, Zach?
No, it's all right. It's all
Nah.
right.
No, I like a 7 Up.
Sprite?
Or
Yeah.
Sprite.
A Sprite's pretty good. It's because it's almost what we say is like somewhat refreshing.
No,
almost.
it is.
It
Mm.
is.
It is.
Well, it was. What was it on our list?
Yeah, it was like second.
It
I
was like second. Yeah, no, Sprite goes pretty well.
Where were we? Oh yeah, I went in there. Yeah, a couple of months ago for a wedding. It's literally like something out of Harry Potter.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
sick.
I want to go in there.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
It's pretty cool.
You probably could get a tour or something. You just go in. There's like it's the newer building, like they have 7 and 8s. That's all pretty like new, fine. The science like corridor and stuff like that, that's fine. It's more like the old part, like it's weird. Like it'll go up a step, down a step. Then you've got like weird because it's just so old
Mm.
that it's got like weird
They
corridors.
didn't plan it out that well.
No,
Do people still board there?
no.
They
Mm.
took that away.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Was there?
They're going to
talk-
build a new school though out in Lucas.
Yeah.
Loretto?
Or,
Yeah.
Or is it
Interesting.
technically, or is it Lucas or Cardigan?
They told me it was Lucas, but I'm not sure.
Well, I think it must be. You know, when you're coming out to my house, there's
That's where Clarendon's property
I
is.
saw that.
Yeah.
But maybe are they going to be next to them?
Maybe.
Well, because where else in Lucas is
Yeah,
there?
I'm not sure.
Just a whole nother campus out here.
Yeah, apparently they bought
Bro,
acres of land.
It's gonna be great for my property value.
Yeah, true.
It will be unreal.
Yeah,
if there's
that's good.
massive high schools near my house,
That is good.
it is good.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
You gonna be able to get them in there though, the kiddies?
We'll see if I've. On
I
enough
would
money.
love, if I had daughters, I would love them to go to Loretto. Just because it was like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like being at school with all your sisters.
Don't you get like rings or something when you graduate?
Yeah, except I lost mine at work.
Oh wow.
But yeah, you do.
I've heard about that.
Did you? I got a key ring.
I think I got a mug.
I got a little key ring, and I actually did use it on my keys for a little while, but then I've put it somewhere. I reckon I've got it somewhere, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I
But
got
I
a
do
mug
have
and I
one.
haven't used it once. It's
Yeah.
tiny.
And like it was probably like a pen or something. Do you think what was the difference from going from high school to university? Because obviously it's still education, but what would you say is the biggest differing factor?
Well, I went to a different uni than I am at now.
Tell us about your uni experience. So after 18
18.
when you finished high school, what was your year after that? What did that look
So
like?
I did 6 months of architecture in Geelong. And
I
I had
did-
to travel.
I don't
did know that.
I can't pretend that I'm like, oh,
Because
because like,
you know that.
I do know.
I did know that, but that's interesting. Like, what made you want to
She's
go
a
down
massive
that path?
art person.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But like,
Well,
I
I
don't
think
know.
I applied, but I didn't think, because I did all the arts in high school. Like, I didn't do science. I literally did all the arts, like
Yeah.
fashion, music, art, like all of that. So I thought I'm not going to have a chance getting in. So I just I wanted to do it, but I thought I'd just apply. And then I got in and I was so happy. So I was like, I'm just going to go for it. But I didn't have my license. So I had to catch the bus
to
and-
Geelong.
Yeah.
to Geelong. There was only 3 buses a day. And
I don't know why they don't
the
have a
bus
train
in the middle
there.
of the day was like a weird time, and I always could never do it because I had a class. So I had to catch the bus at 5 a.m. and I didn't get home till like 7:30 every day.
PM.
Yep.
That's not it.
And I remember I had like this sculptural thing, and I was on the bus, and I had to put it under. They wouldn't let you like hold on to it on the bus.
That's ridiculous.
And when I got off the bus, I like cried because it was like smashed, and it was for my assignment, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I changed.
Was it tough?
Yeah.
Architecture?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think if you don't have a passion in it, you would have hated it. But I really enjoyed it. But it was just
Yeah.
a bit different.
When I was in high school, I have to ask you as well. Did you go through the same thing where you like put in multiple preferences?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was after when I was finishing university, I had to apply for, like, I put in preferences for different hospitals to work as a nurse, and one of my preferences was actually Geelong.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and now I like look back on it and I'm like, imagine if I got like a job in Geelong, my life would be like so different.
You reckon you would have bought a house out there?
Well, I don't know. The thing is, like, it's so hard to say like what things could have been different like. Because I finished uni in 2020 because I did a 4-year course. So, yeah. So we met in 2020. Yeah.
But the start of 2020.
Start of 2020. Yeah. And I had 3 preferences, which was Ballarat, Geelong, and Maryborough. And if I had got a job in Geelong, it could have been real different.
Yes and no. Because like you got a job in Maryborough, you haven't moved to Maryborough.
Yeah, I know, but that's only 45 minutes
True.
my drive instead of
Like
an hour and a half
Yeah.
or hour 20 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could have been, well, yeah. I could have like maybe lived on the other side of Ballarat.
Because from my parents' house, it's only an hour. Yeah.
So then it may have not been that.
So you did architecture for 6 months.
Yep.
Then what happened?
Then I think I realized like, one, it was actually very expensive to do architecture because we had to do like, there was so you had like the uni here, I was at the waterfront, and then like across the road you had like under the like res, you had like your workshop where I was like, it was so weird because we didn't do woodwork at Loretto, we didn't do any of that, so I was like, had chain like, you know, cutting and sawing wood, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So there was a lot of stuff like that, and you had to buy your materials. So we had like limestone and stuff, and it got very expensive.
You had to buy them yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
right.
this big limestone like block.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that we had to buy, and it was just a lot. And then I was just like, I can't do this. Like I need to live in Geelong, and I didn't have like, I had a little job in Ballarat, but like nothing. And I was like, I can't. So I decided to change. And I thought if I want to do it later in life, I can. And I still wanted to do teaching because I didn't know if I preferred architecture or doing teaching.
Was that another one of your preferences?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I already got into teaching, but I thought I'd give architecture a go.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So did you have any time off, or did you immediately start halfway?
Immediately start halfway.
Yeah. And how's that been so far?
Well, that's had been during COVID, yeah?
Yes. But because I I kind of wish I just had half off and worked and then started, because I still had to make up half a year because some subjects only run.
Yeah.
So it was just annoying, and then I was always back to front and I was never with the same people. So it just made it 10 times harder. But yeah.
Because I considered starting halfway last year, but I had multiple people saying, starting halfway is not that best because the classes are backwards and stuff, and you're not with the same people every time. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
and it gets confusing because like if you have to do, most of the time they try and make it flow in terms of how much you progress. But like when I started, people had already knew how to do stuff and I didn't. So I learned it, and then I went to the next class. I'm like, oh, but I've already done all this. So it was like
you were learning things.
I was behind in one but ahead in one, and it was like very confusing. Yeah.
So how long do you have left?
I finished classes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
She's
Exams?
Yes, I have one exam left. I just finished a test last night. So
very, very close to the end.
That's big time.
yes.
Does it feel like it's gone quick or slow? Like now that you're here, like you're literally now here, finished.
I would say in the moment, even like the last few years, it felt really slow.
Yeah. No, I feel
But
ya.
then this
Now that you're here.
semester went way too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. Because it's so odd to me looking back. I went to uni for 4 years, literally 4 years. And now I'm 3 years out. And I'm like, where the fuck did that all go?
Yeah.
Those 4 years of uni. Like,
You're old.
I know. Just plain and simple. You're old. Yeah, I know. Like,
yeah, I'm almost 1 year down, and it went pretty quickly.
I hate to look back and like think about like, holy shit, I've been out of high school for 7 years, and where am I? But at the same time, I also like to think of
full-time job.
I like
a house.
Yeah. So I know I do like to see it like that way too. I try to be like the half glass full type of guy, and so like I have done
in front of not in front, but
I mean
more ahead than a lot of other people your age.
For sure.
See, it's weird because like sometimes you don't think you are, but then because like there's probably times you would probably think like you're not ahead of other people, like other people you're behind, but maybe you're not really.
But to the average person, probably not.
It's to the average person you think you are or aren't.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really think of it.
You haven't run the numbers.
I haven't calculated the mathematics, but
it's weird. I don't know. Because like I am 5. Fuck. No. I am 25, which is No, I got a lot of life to live. I got a lot of life. Oh shit, we're getting back into the philosophical shit.
Wait, how old are you?
23.
Yeah, shit, that's young.
No, see, I feel old because I've done 5 years of uni.
Yeah.
And like
that's a lot.
Most of people my age are working
only
full
do
time.
3.
Like there's no one.
Yeah.
Because like a lot
most
of people.
Most courses are 3 years, not 4.
Because I'm going to graduate when I'm 23 as well.
Yeah.
Shush.
And you feel old, like when you're in class and then there's someone who's like 20 and they're like,
Because I started this year, and there's people that are just freshly out of high school, and I feel that makes me feel old.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting not to get the lingo. Yeah. Like fucking hell, I am getting a bit old.
No, I feel you, because like even when I was at uni, when I would drive past Ballarat High, I was like, look at them children, and they got navy blue sweaters on. Like the year 12s are like look so young.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it was a real thing when like in the older days? But when I say older days, like 80s, 90s, 20s, or whatever, like the people that were 18, I swear to God, they looked like they could have been 30.
No, yeah, they looked old. Yeah.
Something like different in that water back then.
It must have been, because now we can't drink cow's milk.
Well, Liv can't.
I don't drink it anymore. I'm now only on the oat. Thanks to my big man Roscoe, who was on the other week. Alternative Dairy Co. Shout out, send us some milk. They actually could.
All right, let's reach out.
Let's reach out.
Yeah, I've been getting into a little bit of almond.
Almond?
Yeah.
Did you end up getting a coffee machine?
No. Well, I actually got a bread. I got a bread
This
maker.
is the new way.
Oh yeah.
Got a bread maker, and I made a loaf the other night.
Was it good?
It's a bloody half-life. It's a square.
It's 750 grams.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's good. I got like 12 slices out of it, but it was my first time cutting, and
Did you use the electric or the?
yeah, of
You
course,
did.
of course.
You used an electric cutter.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. What's the time? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
And like 6 of them are all right, but then there's like the other 6 are a bit fucked.
What's these? Your background, Kobe.
What? Yeah.
So, sorry, I got something on me, Mike. Let's go back. We met on Valentine's Day of 2020. We did.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That night.
Was it Valentine's Day or was it the day before Valentine's Day?
Or was it after? Was it the night of or the?
I don't know.
It was. Was it? Oh, I forgot. I've got it on my keys, so I can try to remember.
Was it? I think it was the day after, 15th of Feb.
Or was it the 14th? I think it was,
I think it was. It crossed over Valentine's Day at one point.
right.
It must have been that night or
The 14th, I reckon.
yeah, or something.
Probably that. And now we've been together for over
3 years.
3 years. Does it feel quick? Yes and no.
Yes or no? Yeah.
Because what are you going to say?
Oh, I got a question for you. How do you live with him? Because I lived with him for like
Something.
24 years. No, well,
No, you didn't.
no. I lived with
Well,
him.
you're only...
No, I only lived with him for like
20?
20 years, and it was a struggle. So how are you living with him?
A struggle.
Still, that's what is a struggle.
No. No, I think it's fine.
Stop lying.
Liv,
No. I actually
Li-
prefer
she w-
it. Than
Liv
living
said
at
she
home,
was
yeah.
pretty nervous to
Like here?
move in
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
She thought, what's things could
Yeah,
go
well,
wrong.
you never know
Yeah,
if
but
you're going to, get on each other's... No. Well, yeah, it's okay to say
I
that.
felt like I was like, oh yeah, we'll be right, we'll be good. But it was sort of odd because we couldn't stay together for like spend the night together for like a fair while.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
And
Go on.
so this resulted in me and either Liv or I literally driving home from each other's house at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's late.
Yeah, because we would just watch like movies at each other's house.
How do you not get tired and...
Bro,
Oh,
we
we
do.
were.
Yeah,
But you do what you do for love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough.
What?
So it's good living out here?
Yes.
Yeah. So we moved in together in March or April.
No, you. No,
I bought the
because-
house at the end of March, I think it was.
But we didn't move in for a month after.
Yeah.
I think.
Because I bought a house thinking it was move-in ready, and then I just decided to redo the whole living room.
That's right.
Yeah, and but anyway, let's jump to a quick ad break, and we'll be right back.
Just want to say a quick shout out to our two brands, RKLS and Vintage Zip. You can find all of their items on our website, rklsclothing.com, or follow them on Instagram at rkls.clothing and at Vintage Zip.
And make sure to follow the Ear Motel by subscribing on YouTube or following on Spotify or Apple Podcasts to stay up to date to all the latest episodes. So let's get straight back into this episode. Well, I don't have much of that left anymore. Just spilled that all over the carpet. If you want to see, I'll add it in right at the end of the episode. So you're going to stay tuned to watch that. Now, where bloody were we? I was asking...
Painting the living room.
Oh, yeah, painting the living room. So we just moved into the house, or just bought the house in... I bought the house in...
March.
I'm frazzled.
Well, yes, you spilled half your Pepsi all over the
I
carpet.
know, and we had to get the spot cleaner out. Yeah. Probably one of the biggest changes in my life, our life, probably. Or maybe, I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
is for me moving out of home
100%.
and living with my partner. So that was good. And we've just been slowly ticking away at like trying to, I don't know if I necessarily call it improve the house, but I guess make it to our liking. Some might say like I've just decided to basically rip up the whole backyard, like take out all these yuccas and stuff, and now I'm wanting to put a fish pond in. People might say, "Well, that's stupid," but
What happens if the dogs eat the fish?
I'm gonna put. I think I'll have to put a bit of mesh over the top.
And ones if they get through that?
Maybe I could put a little. I don't know. No, it would be.
Do you want the pond?
Yeah, I don't mind if there's actual fish in there or not.
Oh,
So you'll find if there's no fish.
Yeah. More
Just-
like I think it's just nice to have like the sound of the water feature
Yeah.
with some plants.
A little fountain
So it's like a-
waterfall thingy.
Yeah.
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 Running water.
Running
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I won't be able to keep that pump going all
No.
the time. That costs money.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What was it? So, you were gonna, I think, ask something about holidaying with the amount of people in her
Oh yeah.
family.
Zack, one thing Zack's told me about that he loves about your family is he likes it when there's like it's a holiday or a big gathering. He goes over there, your house, your gatherings are ginormous apparently because there's so many people. He
Yes.
really likes that
Yeah.
compared to ours are still good.
We've had some. Yeah.
but ours are just a lot less people.
Yeah.
For you, as growing up in a huge family like that, or those gatherings, what is it like? Is it normal? Is it really cool?
I don't know. Like just the immediate family, normal. But when it's all the cousins and everyone, I
Yeah.
even get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, I've
like-
been to your grandparents' house when all your cousins were around, and fuck me, it's a lot of people.
Because like our family, yeah, we have 5 kids.
Yeah.
But
Your dad's brother.
has like, I don't even know how many there are. Because a lot of them are way older than me.
Are we talking 2 hands or are we talking 3 hands, like fingers?
2.
2, I would say.
Okay.
And then mum's side, it's the same. Like one family has 7 kids, another has 3. Like it's a lot. So like
Her
when
families are big.
and a lot of them look the same. So after a while, you don't know who's who anymore.
So you'd get confused with names.
Yeah, especially when they're like little and they're all the same height.
That's
and they're
true.
All the
'Cause,
same
like-
faces. Like I'm like I don't know
'Cause-
who this kid belongs to. Where's this
That's
kid?
how,
Yeah.
Whereas on our mum's side, most of the parents, they've only had like 2,
yeah,
maybe
2.
3, not many.
Yeah.
And then our dad's side, well, we don't really see them because they're in another state.
Yeah.
So we don't really see them very
So
much.
is all your family here in Victoria? Or
No,
most or no?
no. I have some cousins in
What was it, Queensland?
Mount Gambier, which is kind of near Adelaide.
Yeah, South Australia.
I have a few in Melbourne, and I have like my grandpa in Queensland. But it's very confusing because mum's adopted, so she has 4 parents.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of family.
Yeah, right. I met your grandfather one time at the lake. He's
That's my dad's dad.
that's a dad's dad.
Yeah.
He's a ripper bloke.
He loves a combo. He does.
Oh, I'd love to meet him
Sometimes you
again.
can't get away.
Yeah,
I'd-
he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him again.
He's a very funny fella.
I'd love to have
Yeah.
a chat.
We're a lot closer, I would say, to dad's family than mum's.
That's interesting because I feel like typically, I don't know, maybe
Oh.
just most families that I know are closer with their mums.
You reckon? I don't know. I would assume it could be different for everyone.
That's fair.
But yeah, like going to Liv's family's gatherings, especially her immediate family, it does like almost make me want to have like a bigger family because it is cool.
Have you had the chat? How many kids are,
I think it changes a bit.
Yeah. I want a lot.
like how many's a lot?
3 to 5.
Yeah.
And I was always like minimum 2,
Yeah.
and I was like 3.
yeah. That's the same with me.
Yeah. And then Lou's probably just like, come on, let's just another
But
one.
more,
And
I
then-
think for me,
and
it
then-
depends like what actually happens. Like if I have a
Yeah.
baby and I can't handle it, then
like you You have to see how it all goes and stuff.
Yeah.
Start with one.
But you still start with one
start
and
with
then.
Bro, how bad would it be if you've got like 2, you plan on having 3? No,
Yeah.
sorry.
Or
You've got 3, you're going to have the 4.
And then you have
Somehow have like triplets.
triplets.
no.
And you've got
see,
6 now.
I wouldn't mind twins, but triplets, no way.
No. If
It'd be so
no, if we're having if
No.
if we have twins, it better happen early.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
'cause I don't
wouldn't want it late.
I don't want it as the last one. And
But I
now
don't
we
think
got like
I would
6.
want
I'm like,
twins for the first either.
You don't think?
Not for the first.
what? I thought you
No.
said you have maybe wanted.
No, I would
So-
want one first and then twins. I would not want twins first.
I would.
Because you've never had experience raising kids.
Yeah,
and you've
but
got 2.
yeah. Well, then you get in the deep end
Mm.
because you're thrown in the deep end anyway. It sounds like when you have a child, so you may as well get thrown in heavily and like get your head pushed lower. Like you're in the deep end, but you're also getting held down if you have twins.
Do you find it easy having multiple dogs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just whatever.
It is. Now,
Oh, I was going to ask
okay.
you with what made you want to get Moon? I can't remember if I've because
We
I
had-
was in. It was early days for us.
Yeah, because
I
you
don't-
met him when he was a baby.
Yeah.
It was in the beginning. I don't know, like we've had family dogs before,
Mm.
but I
Gigi.
really wanted my own dog, like really badly. But
Yeah.
my parents were always like, no. And I was just like, some days I just like look on whatever, like Gumtree or whatever.
Mm.
And then one day I saw a photo of Moon and I don't know why. I was like, that's my dog. Like I just knew. And I said to mum and dad, please. And they're like, oh,
What did you see him on?
I think it was Gumtree or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, and I'm like, please, like, they're like, well, maybe go down and have a look and then see. And I went down. They're like, if you're gonna get him, though, get the girl. We don't want the boy. The boy's gonna be crazy. Go down and
You got the boy.
well, the girl was already taken, but I wanted him. I just knew.
He was a very cute puppy,
Yeah.
and he
He's
still
still
is.
cute.
He is. Our dogs are small for their breeds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except my dog has put on a little bit of weight lately.
That's because Moon hasn't been eating his breakfast.
Yeah,
and
so
she
my
eats
dog's
it.
eating.
She's eating 2 breakfasts and a dinner.
Is she hungry?
I don't think she is. I think she just eats.
She just eats.
Is that just the breed though?
It
They
is.
just
I
eat
think
what-
so.
If,
The lab-
if there's food, they're having it.
the Labrador breed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think is the reason why you're so into art?
I don't know. I think
Some chemical makeup in her brain.
it's just
Surely it's to
born
do
with
with,
it.
Yeah.
or it's how you've grown up. Because your mum was into art too. I
Yeah.
think.
But I think if like as soon as I was little, like I knew how to draw pictures before I could write.
Mm.
You just think you're a creative?
Yeah. And even when I was like dad would say like I'd just be sitting there, I'm like, did you notice that? And he goes, what? Like I was just very observant. Like I just picked up on things. I wanted to just very into the arts.
I feel like we got a little bit of splash of art in us.
Splash.
Yeah, I used to draw a little bit.
You're both very creative. It's just different.
It's
Different
Different
mediums.
express.
Yeah.
Different
Me-
mediums.
mediums.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
like that
about
terminology?
all the mediums.
Well, we're doing this, and then we
Yeah.
do. You
this
know,
is a
this is
form of art.
Yeah.
It is.
It actually is.
Yeah, we're expressing our.
I like photoshopping that.
You do. Someone actually asked me at work the other day, how do you do your thumbnails and like get the text up at the start of the video, the what's to come? Because
Well, they wouldn't do it.
they were saying that their partner does bike ride
YouTube videos.
and
Yeah.
they wanted to know how to like do it. And I said like, oh well, we use Photoshop and Final Cut Pro, but it's like it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I always feel bad, not bad, but like if someone wants to know how we do something, it's like shit costs money. Like,
It does.
it does.
It does. What's your favorite medium?
What of art?
Oh, like painting, drawing.
I like photography.
Probably
I'm not asking you.
painting and drawing. Depends, because like sometimes I feel like painting, but like it's a lot of like getting the paintbrushes and cleaning, and it's a lot of work, and it's not always like you can't always bring it with you everywhere you go.
That's something you've done as well. You've got a certificate 3 in art.
Visual arts, yes.
Yeah, she does. She did a
I did that
course.
while I was doing teaching at the same time.
So you want to be a teacher, do you?
Wow.
You want to be a teacher?
Wow.
Ooh.
That's what I thought.
What do you mean?
I think ideally I would love to be an art teacher, but
At high school, primary school?
I would love to do art at high school.
Yeah. I was going to say, I thought
But
high
I would
school
still
would
do
be
it
cool.
at primary, but
It'd be more involved, surely,
Yeah.
in high school.
This
That would be cool.
My thoughts on being a teacher is I would want to be one of the elective teacher kind of things, like a PE teacher.
I
or
could definitely
art,
see you being a PE teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can definitely see it.
because kids don't like class. kids don't like class.
You want to be the like.
No, but they like PE, they like art, the fun classes.
Yeah.
So they enjoy going to those classes. So they're more likely.
Cooking.
Yeah, cooking. They're more likely to
enjoy
Enjoy it.
and be
active in it.
active.
I
learning.
actually really liked the cooking class at high school. I wish I did it more.
I was a bit immature back then.
Yeah, same
so I
here,
was mucking
but-
around a bit, but
Same here. But when you think back, I used to love at primary school. We went on like a trip and we made damper. That was good.
yeah, that was in year 7 or 8 camp.
Anglesey, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. And they had like a small high ropes course or something. That was great. I love it. Love the outdoors. Don't get out enough though.
Bruh.
What?
Might go camping tonight.
Camping tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
Sunday night.
That's why I wanted to push this forward.
Oh yeah. Well, I would have
Fair
hoped to have liked to have. I wanted to have a beer with a mate, but I think they're all busy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So back to teaching. Because you're finishing this year.
Yep.
Is it called a grad year, or do you
Yeah.
try and get employed?
So I can do a grad year, but I can also apply for like just a classroom teacher as well.
And have you started
No,
applying? Or?
I'm probably a little bit behind because I have an exam and stuff that I'm just like, and I only just finished my last assignments this week.
What does a teacher's exam look like? Like, is it a
So
yes or no question, or
It's
is it
only for primary
Nice.
teaching or early childhood. They don't do exams. It's only for secondary because I'm doing primary and secondary education. So it's actually a science exam on like plants and
A lot of
Ecology.
teachers only do primary teaching. Like the majority, I would
Yeah.
say, do, and that allows them to work up to. You can explain it up to like year 10 or something.
kind of, but they say
Well,
that.
not
But
even.
then if you get your I don't know any primary teacher that's actually got a job in secondary school.
They can't. So Liv's doing it basically a double degree
Mhm.
in where she can teach secondary school classes, whereas like most teachers that you would probably know,
Like, yeah,
well, people that
can
go to
just teach at primary school.
basically.
Is that
yeah.
and why is that? Is that because it's, I don't want to say easier, but is it you have to learn less things, or
Definitely?
I would
learn
say-
less.
or
Well,
more
y-
things at a lower level?
They still have electives, but it's more like they get to pick and choose their like elective in what, and it might be something like disability, like they want to learn more about. Whereas I would say mine are a lot harder, my electives, because it's like secondary science, secondary maths.
You should. She's learnt that much shit about plants. I've been looking at like these quizzes that she's doing, and it's just you would not believe what some of the shit that she has to like learn.
Right.
It's about like this shit about plants, and it goes over my head. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I reckon it's crazy. Teachers don't like get enough respect
Yeah,
because they're educating like the next people. You know what I mean?
you'd hope that they're like
it's crazy.
you'd hope that they're like somewhat smart.
See, that's the only thing is I don't know if I would be realistically equipped to teach year 10.
Yeah, that's the one reason why I didn't want to be like a PE teacher, because like
You didn't want to be.
Yeah, well, if I did it at high school, I don't know if I could do like all the theory stuff. I just want to play, play games. I just want to play a little bit dodgeball.
Nah, I think it would be okay because, like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff about the bones and the muscles, and I feel like I reckon you'd
You
be
actually
pretty
shock
interested.
yourself
And
because like I'm like that when I did placement at Loretto, and I was in class and I'm thinking, oh my God, I haven't done this in a long time. I didn't even do science in year 11 or 12 or any of that. But when I was there, I was like, oh, like you just pick it up Like
Yeah.
it's you surprise yourself.
And you
how
do-
much you know.
Is it
You'd
'cause
be
we're a bit
doing nearly
older?
the same stuff each year as well.
Yeah.
Like you're teaching, yeah.
I guess.
I think that would be the thing about teaching is like hopefully you pick up and
Only
things
if you
get
get the
easy.
same
and
year
then you just
each
keep
year.
refreshing instead
Yeah.
of learning.
Yeah.
But in primary, you don't always get the same year. One year you'll do prep, one year you do year 6. You know, so you don't always have the same.
Mm.
That could be a bit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go to a lot of primary schools with my job because I do like Basel sessions for kids. I was at a Voca the other day where Zack,
I did
used to go
a placement.
yeah, and they're a good school out there. Do you prefer smaller schools, bigger schools?
Smaller.
Same.
There is a lot more work to do in smaller. Like, because I did placement in Blowhard. And that's 5. So I had to teach 5 and 6 and plan everything by myself. Whereas most bigger schools, you'd plan co-plan together. So like say if it's 2 classes, one teacher will do literacy for the week, the other teacher will do math. So your like load is half.
Very odd.
I don't
like how their job works. It's very different to other jobs.
So you can pick like what they learn.
No, you have to
Follow curriculum.
curriculum.
Right?
Yeah.
But then they have to like create how
So the
they're going
curriculum
to
is
teach
like
it.
just a sentence, and then I have to. It's hard to try and look at the sentence and then like
Come up with work that.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that's crazy. How like you don't get given work to teach.
Yeah.
You have to come up with your own work to teach.
Yeah. It's very
The teaching part's the easy part. That's the fun part.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you have behavioural, it's not always
so they
fun,
have to
but-
do like work at home.
Yeah, I know. That's
like-
the shit. I reckon that's. I couldn't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty thankful in my job, whereas I can just go to work, turn up, do my work, come home.
Yeah, I hate
and
the idea
literally
of
not think about it.
bringing work home.
Yeah.
Is it shit?
Well, it's a bit late now.
No, well, I haven't worked full time yet, so I don't know. And it was hard, like doing placements because you're trying to do work and assignments and fully teaching
That's the thing.
That's
at
true.
once. It's like
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
And trying to work to get an income. Like
Yeah.
you're doing uni, placement, and work. Like I think that's like one of the things where like I don't want to like call out parents, but like but where they don't, or some people don't understand when like someone at uni is having to like somehow still work and pay off bills, go to placement, not get paid any money for doing work, and then also they have uni assignments to do. It is a lot of work. Like thankfully now, all I have to worry about is work. Like I don't have to worry about all uni shit, and I don't have to worry about going to a different job. It's just like this is my job now, and I get paid to go and do it. And like some
they
days
should have
shit.
loans. I
some
think.
Huh?
They should make loans or something because a lot of people from my year have actually won't be graduating this year because they can't complete their placement because they can't afford to not do it with rent and because everything's gone up.
It's pretty interesting why
They can't take 6 weeks off.
Yeah, that's bad.
because you're right. You should be able to get a loan that goes onto your HEX.
Yeah.
That can pay for accommodation.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's tough.
Just because you literally can't survive without having an income. And that's pretty much me now.
And it's not like a week. It's 6 weeks and then they want you to do 20 days unassessed, which is 5 weeks
That
on top of
I
it.
think placement's stupid that you don't get paid for it.
it is very stupid that you
Like
don't
not
get
even
paid.
like $5 an hour.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. No, the thing is, like when I look back on it, it's such a joke because you are actually doing the work, and it's not like it's not even like you are learning, but you're literally, especially in nursing, like you're washing people, you're giving people medication, you're doing exactly what the normal paid people are doing, and the paid person is doing less work.
They're handballing the jobs off to you.
Yeah, but now they're actually teaching. A part of a nurse's job is actually literally teaching, to teach student
The next
nurses.
people.
And yeah, to not get anything is like I'm pretty sure I calculated like I did over like 400 hours of placement
Yeah. Well,
and for $0.
Mm-hmm.
Something like it was something crazy, I think.
I understand for first years and second years because like you're still
Not knowing much.
not knowing much. But like the last, I was full time teaching,
Yeah.
doing everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And not earning anything.
nothing.
No.
So you did placement every year? Like
Yes.
each year? Yeah, because I think mine, I only have to do placement for the last year.
So what is your placement?
Oh, I don't know. I actually
Do you
don't know.
have-
I think I
do you
just
have
go
to-
and work for a company for a little bit.
Do you have to like reach out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Don't leave it too late.
No, but this is 2 years away or a year away.
Oh, you only do
Yeah.
it at the end.
Yeah, you do it only in year 3.
Oh, so is it like kind of
Ah.
like pro bono or something, kind of like that?
Yeah, I can't remember. What's pro bono?
It's like what
Free.
lawyers do. They like go work after, but it's like not the same.
Oh, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Being like an apprenticeship.
I
kind
think
of
so.
thing.
I think, yeah. I don't know. I think I take like 2 classes and then the other 2 classes actually working for at a business.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not too
right.
bad though.
See how it goes.
Yeah, see how it goes, I guess. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Have you only had 2 jobs?
Yes.
You've
So I
worked
worked
at
at
IGA
Yep. And the Western.
at
now.
Western as a kitchen hand.
Yep.
Which one have you preferred now? Because you've worked at the Western now for a little while. A year? More?
Maybe 2.
2, shit.
I worked, but I crossed over. I was working at IGA and the Western at the same time at one point. I don't know. Like, both have pros and cons. I think I like the one thing about the Western is I don't have to deal with customers.
Do you still work there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Income.
But I think I had preferred my relationship with like the staff at IGA.
Mm.
Like I made some good friends and like we would chat and like, yeah. Whereas at
You
the
didn't
Western,
work
I'm kind
any-
of by myself.
You didn't work anywhere before IGA?
No, IGA was my first. I worked there for 7 years.
7 years.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is why nearly long enough to get bloody long service leave.
But were you casual though?
Casual. Yeah.
I find it. Is it 7 or 10 years as a nurse? I can't remember. I think it might be 10. Where then you get long service leave. It's like I'm already at 3. Like I know, but I'm like I'm starting to get on.
You're starting to get there.
I'm starting to get
Like
there.
I said before, you're old.
I'm old.
That's right. though.
It's all right though. I'm getting there.
How are your knees?
How
Old
we
now?
need? Yeah, well, thankfully I don't have to do too much lifting these days. Now that I'm more on the computer, which is good. Hopefully, I can just still continue to transition more to the computer.
That office work.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Some nurses are like, "Nah, I like being on the floor and like being a nurse," and I'm just like, "It's all right." I'm happy to go to the computer.
I had a question about the teaching again.
Mm-hmm.
What's your ideal age you want to teach? Oh, year level.
Does she know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
that-
don't think I.
Does
I
it depend
haven't
on the teach? Like you said that you'd want to do high school art,
Yeah.
but if you're not doing that,
Probably primary. It's hard to tell, but like I just feel like being in high school, it's a lot. I feel like I'm being a mean person. Like I don't like
Because you have to.
she went to Loretto
Tell-
and did a placement there.
there, and I had to tell them off a lot because they were in exam week, so I couldn't really teach them that much. So it was a lot of revision and stuff. So I was doing a lot of behavioral stuff, and that was hard because constantly it was just like I don't like this energy. It was just
Like what type of
Girl's bitchy, mate.
yeah. One
No, but
girl
like
was
what,
like
like-
swearing behind a teacher's back. Had to tell them off. Yeah.
how do you tell
She
a
gives-
student off?
Well, one, she gives them the eyes. She's like,
I give
What's
them
the
a look.
eyes?
Oh, like I can't even think. It's like pretty like yeah, something like that.
have you
What do
seen those two guys that do
What?
that? Like,
What?
there's 2 guys on Instagram. I can't remember their name, and they're like, we should definitely not do that.
Yeah. What do you say to a student to tell them off?
Well, I would say I'm a gentle teacher. like I'm very quiet and like very gentle. So I'm like, oh, come on, keep going. Like I try and be encouraging.
Yeah.
But if they just keep doing it, like there's one point where they were all really bad. I yelled and I was like, girls, that's enough. Like, yeah. And they were like, oh, like, so yeah, that's few, but you
And how old were they?
Year 9s.
You used to get a cane out again.
But you got to do it like in increments. You can't just.
From the start.
Yeah.
You have to earn the trust, respect.
Yeah.
Do you think that the cane should have never been taken away? Whether you whack it on the table, or what about writing lines with chalk?
No, well, I hate that noise, so I'm glad there's no chalk. No, I don't think the cane's good.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe kids back then were probably, in a way, didn't really get into much trouble because they were so scared. But it's not a good environment to be scared at school.
So you shouldn't be scared at school?
No, because a lot of kids these days don't have like a safe environment at home. So they need to feel, you know.
Safe somewhere.
Safe somewhere, yeah.
And it should be in the classroom.
It should be.
Yeah.
Well, do you think the classroom should be a spot where it's okay to fail? Because that's where you're going to learn.
100%. Because you got to think like these kids are with you all day,
every like second parent,
nearly every day. Like you're with them more than their parents.
Like legit.
Yeah, it's very interesting when you think about like teachers are so
influential.
Yeah, on a kid's life.
That, and when we were talking about before how the teacher creates what the learning is when they follow the thing, like that, I reckon that comes like if it's a good teacher, like it's lucky to have a good teacher.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, like, Liv's already sort of told me before, like she can see like like she feels like she puts a lot into like her lesson plans, like creating like visuals in like if it's a slideshow or something, whereas some teachers literally just have a white slide or even no slides at all and then just have some words on it. Like there's a difference.
I think it depends though too. If you have a kid who is extremely triggered by lights, visuals, you can't. So sometimes they're just too overstimulating. So it depends on the student as well. But I think for me, like, because I've got the art background, I really like to push that in all my lessons. And I try and make them as fun as I can and kids love it. But yeah, like things in maths, like instead of doing like graphs, I'm like, no, we're going to make board games and stuff like that. So they still have to do the graph.
She's a cool teacher.
She's the cool teacher.
Because there's nothing worse when you're sitting in class and you're like, oh.
That's true. So what do they call you, Miss Van Gaans?
Yeah, Miss Van Gaans.
Is it? I thought they were getting rid of the Miss and Mr. and just going to first names.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Some schools you can pick whatever you want.
Yeah.
I prefer my last name because there's a little bit of respect there. Because I've noticed I have been called just Olivia, like because I did placement at the art gallery before, and
weird.
It was weird. Like there wasn't that level of respect. They just kind of, it was just more like, oh,
another
she's
person.
just a friend or like, you know, just someone. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, they need to sort of show respect.
Yeah.
Like you are their teacher. Yeah, definitely. Is there something that stands out to you from our relationship in a good way? Of like what's one of the best moments you reckon we've had together? I think one of our funnest moments, well, one for me is when we went to Queensland.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was probably one of our bigger trips together.
Yeah, for sure.
And I basically forced her to go to all these theme parks and stuff. Like we were doing something like every day.
Yeah,
not
that
chilling.
sounds fun to me. What, you didn't like that?
I think Liv wanted to chill a bit.
Yeah.
No, that was fun. But sometimes I'd like a break. Like we would just go the whole time.
That's what I was like, we're in Queensland. We're
I
going.
got sick at the end, so I was not feeling well. Yeah.
That's what Phoebe says to me. She's always like, I just want to chill. I'm like, no, we got to do something. We're here. We got to do something.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same. But like, sometimes I like to chill as well.
No, don't take offense to this. I think it's a boy and girl thing.
You reckon?
Probably.
I think girls like to just chill and relax, where boys want to like do shit.
Yeah, maybe it's a part of our
stereotypical, I'll say. Just to put myself there.
Yeah. I also, I reckon one of the things that I enjoyed was we once stayed a night in your car up,
Oh, yeah.
up on Mount Buninyong. That was a very interesting, like, cramped night, but it was all right.
Yeah, we've done lots of little things.
We slept in the back of a hatchback Mazda 3.
I still don't believe it.
We did.
Yeah.
On
You'd
a
be
mattress.
surprised. It's actually
on a mattress.
You'd be surprised. It's actually very roomy, that car.
It was.
I don't think you can convince me that.
Yeah. And
you are much taller than Zack. So.
And in her hatchback, it's got one of those rests. So like it's
you
not
can
even
detach it. It's like so people if they walk past they can't see.
Oh,
into your
yeah.
boot. Yeah.
So we had that there, and that's where I could put a. I actually don't think I bring a laptop that
Then you
time,
had your phone.
but I had a phone, and we could watch Netflix.
Movie, and then we had snacks on the sides.
Yeah.
Now I got a question, Liv, for you,
Yeah.
real quickly. What happened to that swag?
The swag. When we
The swag.
It's
We
here.
went-
Is it here?
No, it's not here yet. I don't think.
No, maybe it's still at mum and dad's.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's bad. That was it.
Whose fault was it? Was it your fault?
No, she's
No,
gonna
it's
claim
my-
it was James's.
It's
The dad's.
Because
That's not believable.
I don't know exactly what happened.
Well, it
but,
obviously got wet.
no, but I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
Because I put it away, I think, or maybe he put it away. I gave it to him to put away in like this. He had this Skippy trailer thing, put it in there, and then somehow there must have been a leak or something, and he moved stuff, but he like forgot, and then it must have rained in and stuff got wet
Oh
or
my
something, and he
God.
just like moved it. He didn't think.
That's when we went to
And-
Adelaide.
Yeah.
Thank God we bring us in a gazebo that we could
We could
literally.
have, and we could have slept in my car. Worst case scenario
Worst
that
case-
night.
Yeah,
But
but no, I enjoyed that trip too.
I still have the swag, just no mattress in it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I wonder if the blowout would. I think it would
No,
fit
we
in there.
measured it would fit in
Yeah,
there.
we did.
And to be beside, like
We
the
actually had a
mattress in the swag
it
was
was
not
gr-
very comfy because it was only like that thick.
yeah 50 mil. So
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
that
7
80
or
mil,
70
I
mil.
think.
Oh, maybe it's 60 or 70. I don't know. But no, we had a great sleep
Yeah,
inside the
it
the
worked
inner
out for
gazebo.
better.
Yeah, it actually probably did.
Like the mattress was actually so.
It was good, and we had like a bunch of toppers.
Yeah.
It was like heaven. It was great.
Like a cloud.
It was like
Yeah.
a cloud, literally. Yeah, we've been on a few trips. We've done a few camping trips. Went to Phillip Island. That was
Yeah.
good. And we slept in the swag then.
Yeah.
That was good. And that was again, I'd planned that one, and we moved I think to 3 or 4 different places every second day,
Day.
and Liv hated it. No, she didn't
No,
hate it.
I didn't
but
hate it. It was
was
good,
like,
but it,
couldn't
like,
relax.
After a while, it just got like
like we were putting down 2 gazebos and
That's a lot.
yeah.
yeah, it was like pack up.
Yeah,
Pack
2
down, pack
gazebos
up.
and a
was, like,
swag
a
and
lot.
cooking gear.
We couldn't really relax at one spot.
And we were moving like every second day for like so that was a bit. I can't really remember some of the early things. I'm not sure if we did, but I don't know. Probably went to some Airbnbs and stuff. Once went
Yeah.
to Apollo Bay and stayed in that 2-story, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
massive
Yes.
2-story home.
And I just
Just 2 of
remember,
us.
I remember the really windy road to Apollo Bay, and the whole time I was like,
Yeah.
because it's like this.
Sounds like you've been everywhere.
Not Queensland. Went to Adelaide. Probably went to Geelong at some points a little bit. We've done a bit of camping together.
Yeah,
There was that one time we went to I think it's called Brimley,
yeah, Bramley.
and we had like some friends there.
Yeah,
And then that night, we were doing like the beach walk. May have dropped down to me undies. That
I
was-
didn't. I stayed on the beach.
Yeah, and just ran
He
into
ran
the
into
water.
the cold ocean water. Yeah.
You didn't skinny dip.
Oh. No, I left the undies on.
No, you had the undies on because Austin did as well. I think.
just, mate. I'm a bit of a loose cannon sometimes.
I don't know you like that.
Nah, that's probably for the better.
Yeah, I would say probably for the better.
Yeah.
Nah, well, there's. I'll tell you a fair bit, but then
I don't know
Actually,
if you do.
I don't know. I'll tell you a fair bit. I think
Yeah, I reckon he tells you quite a bit.
I would say, you probably hold stuff from me.
Nah.
Nah. Yes.
Nah.
Yeah, you do for sure.
Nah.
I'd probably say most of the things. Did you have any questions for me or Ethan? Probably not off the top of your head
No.
right now. No. Oh goodness. No, we're coming to the end of the year. This is going to be our first Halloween and Christmas together in the new house. Getting a bit excited about that. I still need to buy a Christmas tree.
What's
Yeah,
not
that's
till
an expense.
we only
Yeah.
decorate the 1st of December, so you still have a whole month.
Or
Did I tell you what she bought?
what?
A little, not little actually. It's about this big. It's a fireplace, like an electrical fireplace.
It has like a fake fire. It's
Where?
we can show you. It's in the cupboard.
It's in one of the cupboards underneath the TV. It's actually pretty cool.
It's cute. And
It's
you can just turn it on so you just have like the fire
Flames.
without
Yeah.
the heat, but it does actually.
It actually
heat.
is really cool.
Yeah.
And it's a heater.
Yeah.
But it's it's one of them like heaters you'd get from like the heaters.
Like the one I took out just before.
No, not one of them
those
ones.
they're oil heaters.
Like the fan.
It's like it blows out hot
I think
air.
so.
Yeah, one of those ones. But it's got like looks cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll keep you off a good vibe.
Any shout outs?
Moody.
Yeah, shout out to Mooney.
That's her dog.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my dog.
We better
And
not
Parker, the kitten. She did do a big vomit last night
She bloody
on the
cats are
carpet.
so weird. Cats are really weird. They're just strange.
You kind of remind me of a cat.
Of a cat.
Yeah, you're just weird.
Yeah.
You actually are a little bit sometimes
Of a
when
cat.
you make those weird noises.
I just it is odd. I just start saying random words and stuff. I think I'm a little bit weird.
Nah, I'm weird too.
No,
Everyone's got a bit of weirdness to them though.
but that's good when you can feel like you're comfortable enough just to be your weird self.
That's right.
That's right. But anyway, episode 70. We've been doing this now. You're our, I think, 4th guest to come on. 4th? I want to say 4th. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh.
So still early days
Mm.
of the Ear Motel. Thanks for staying and listening. Go check us out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts where you can leave a 5-star rating, or on YouTube. You can subscribe on there. We've also got Instagram you can follow. Thanks guys for staying and listening, and we'll see you next week.
Zack.
No!
Quick, I'll go get paper towel.
Oh, the audio is recording.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's a lot of Pepsi on the carpet. Oh,
It's under the
Pepsi
table.
Max, sponsor us.
No!
Go get the vacuum thing from the shed.
That's a lot of Pepsi Max.
Shit!
Yeah, stop that.
I'm loving this.
Oh no, it's under the leg.
Well, Pepsi Max,
Oh,
you're everywhere over Zack and Liv's carpet. Sponsor us.